Ejabusancha high Phoenix midi edisiki. Now ugo pimu NPP there is a fresh petition ya chese eko edietia nanabi. Na busunya besane nsem no mu edi ama na wo hu de eniema etie. Why na di petition no eko eniema be na osose. Now yensha se ba menka say ene your first time on the channel na wa subscribe to channel no. Na afi so no wetim Adom so sebe ya ye post video obenya update. Afi so no comment section no ewo ho. Obetumi so akire wadwen. Na yenko piemu ewo NPP mu abusia Nhyira South, which is where Napu ejina for MPR to say obey your friends running mate for about in 2024. Asem esi wo ama enam ho ama enipa nanka oni Napu that contest for parliamentary candidate no then type ono no the petition akodan NPP National Executive Council. Now NPP nko which petition no obekoso dibi akoma UN omo branch omo hwe governance and politics afei no the US embassy and the British High Commissioner wa Ghana obetimi the petition ni nyina bi akọ against Nanabi. Now opaniwi ni din the Kwabena Addo amankwa now na oka 2024 wan ma meye parliamentary candidate wan contested with Napu because along the line no stories be drop ese watimi a resign wochema. That resignation story no kwa Nanabi ena ikuki that story ena ma so enam so emo no anka say decided say the name e say oche ne ho. Now ochemu a Kwabena do amankwa decided say in 2024 nanka one Napu ebe contest for Nhyira parliamentary candidate. Ebra okofa ne forms making intentions known say obetimi akogina no so contest Napu as parliamentary candidate for Nhyira South no. Or say Ebra that decision ne buy no. Nanabi etimi text message bi komo opani bi e catch opani ni say opani ni make sure say this particular guy ni dreamer opese oba ebe contest Napu Nhyira South no etimi ema so. Enye no nko chema Ebra kofa ne forms na oye filing na okọ vetting wie pass ye bibia no chema osan so nya akọ bi efi Nanabi ho ema Nanabi efre opani bi ekọ ni fie. Now the long and short of the whole conversation of course between one and Nanabi ni say Nanabi ni chema o ka kire abrantie we say abrantie no en resign ma on contesting Napu, and that was because in 2024 was it Nanabi e ka kire say Napu ena Brian Champon ena face no penny friend say Educhum. They were the three candidates na omo likely favorite ombeba be the running mate to Baumia. And then now shemwa Brian Champon any Educhum yinano for parliamentary election and no obi an contest wo. So was in Nanabi etimi frɛ no frustrate no threaten no some way somehow etimi chiri say because the other two candidates omo favorite for Baumia running mate no bi antimi contest wo nti no opani we so entwe no ho wan contest Napu Nhyira South enye sa as ebema Napu some bad optics bi as ebetimi diminish ne chances of becoming Baumia running mate because ono Nanabi no according to opinion enchire mu che say Nanabi no e kan maneti ase pin say he is in support of Napu going for Baumia running mate eni no we chire ma Napu anase Nanabi etimi de obetimi bia e frustrate no e mewi ase no wo chen no but a party na kuma pa ni hini eni ne so no a wreaking just a bubu so ase enti se pese your restructure and your rebuilding partner as you call the firebar your queenchi near the fundamental principles or your party the party no party NPP party the fapping what I say say one who the fapping no who a piano tinea what means solve a problem we na Sebi, me Nanabi, me were a lot of respect for him. But I said, I'm to Sebi, city table, me donipa, me tiny pa. Na timer and same ring in SC, you know, it's your parliamentary primaries happen.
So, but say your cross Pacifics, you know, Ghana for so much, somebody just joined. In Semben, CC, Ghana for so much. Specifics.
Yeah. And still see and say, now me contested Nhyira South parliamentary primaries, no, now me contested me. Na me opinion, Dr. Matukuku country, now me contested any me later on no joining. But
proud to say me contest no ma tete nkomo bebree so mama Afia mama ye den dem bebree na opanyini bi a mu dupa say bibi won Asempa and a very powerful Ghana na be sending a text message my opinion is sending mommy text message in na me cast my send am me send am say me contest it na kwa o make sure say it doesn't happen and paka so we can obi send this same way a message more it can mean a whole lot of things in politics. So what I say, politics is say young kwa enu adwuma. To be send this message in will be a very critical. I say initial sound pakona ya send it against one. We be taking it lightly. But and I make me bibia me and I'm very meticulous. And I be me making sure some of the documentation to her. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Said okay. Ya senior media ba mehwe primaries na de besi enti primaries no you convert ni say omo me opinion won to me that was the first time he share won to me but na bi kwale na me no tech or ba tech law school na mo final year in business school or tech but na bi I knew him but won to me that was the first time I met him na kasa ya me share no Vertin is more year near bebree. A honor to see and so Bekaya and send it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And team me Vertin say to keep it 2 hours because Vertin and there were about 50 people behind me, including me supporters and other opponents and supporters they even offered me money in front of people. And it's supposed to be a private AE, but the integrity of your party, no.
What's your mausika? They offered you money.
No. You can't send the brave. Veteran and some money is you some money with some Papa Biao. But you found on Chinese cookies in the past.
Cookies with you.
And now I'm recovered or meant to me and disqualify me because everything that they asked for, I provided. And there's some way and say, and the big catching some friend. We can have a number that day and I'm a number. To the friend, no say. Millennium Plaza, Asqua. This was on the 4th of January 2024, if I'm being correct. And at the time, it was in the evening, around there 9:20. Initially, numbers initially, I don't know if I may about to my picking number 2. But I said, I'm going to say, okay, what pick it, but men found control be as well pick it because you guys will provide it and in his times, no one make casa, what I said now, or my matressan. But I strongly believe in the core principle of the party, which is democracy. So what I say, NPP, we are young. That's all.
What's your friend say? Okay.
It's a friend. In fact, me no be no koye. Me no for be pa. I'm a friend or I'm a donor. I'm an influencer donor because na me come me say me kwa ain't possible because this is the case and Pakona sending messages. I'm be say or make sure say me contest me opponent now it doesn't happen. Intimate me kwa and especially anajosano I have to be very careful. Intimate me for me no koye me no for be me buno pa I'm virginity. I can trust him with my life. When in the koye intimate na intimate me and son. It was a 47 minutes conversation you have it and I have documentation and records. Maybe I have documentation. I can timeline the conversation. Meet me. I provided proof. Say Brian Champo, any enemy opponent, Omuna VP to say I see almost ain't or no dear. Said the Baya many bebe nyam ewo me opponent in no. Come sign because Brian a duty no obi an contest and in fact me na minim that say or try so baby bisa ama me opponent no but I was shocked because here is the case that the national organizer of the party is supposed to be the referee. I'm reduced me even the funds I'm picking $6,000 and get chiauka. So as I say 2 years I said for me no bumi kwasia and I give so no enye me nko I represent a lot of people in Ashton, for that matter, in Malaysia South. A lot of young people are who have aspirations. Into a cancer, I was shocked, said, maybe say, friend and mobile. It's me, share more for, and I'm more for social media. I was shocked. Into a cancer, I'm so, and no dear, young. I'm looking into the future. At least, the Mipakuna Miniko, and the mood to send me the brain. Why minister? Why MP for so many years?
You mean Napona? What can I say?
Yeah, but I have to be about tomato cocoa campaign.
Okay.
Because other you for no pay VP no. Obian contest to me. Many Pakona contest here. Now I may any Pakona chances. And I'm saying, now say you may want many Pakona contested. Or baby soon contested. I don't know their own country, so also only do any more. It's an Adonia call back and forth. I'm a prayer catcher and said you no ni papa boache mattress wa ba shene ni monyam no musu na ba afọ akoto musu na ba afọ akoto on the NPP NLM I ne ni dua aba ba NPP no enti e pese yes said musu be shene mo na ni monyam so I say na say enye sikem no be pa ni be shene ni monyam na enti said wa be shene ba pa ni monyam no musu me you know mama some opportunity for mama chance no at least to contest na me musu be a party. I know back and forth. So basically, he was trying to convince me. But man, in free meeting in Yana, I mean, said, yeah, we went me out convincing me. And at the 1 a.m. Ghana time, I'm not Ghana, that's my making. 1 a.m. or testing so per documents me. The name now, man. Go baby, I feel was me voters ID card. On GHPage, Kasa, na GHPage, something bro. Me voters ID card, me to abanyene. But said you are going to Muntino, and me. But no crano in our constitution, and Mahu Quine say what this side in it because make my register. I'm legally sounded, I'm of sound mind, and I'm in criminal history. I'm filing for bankruptcy. I like duly, I qualify, and I mean, I'm above 18. It's the old canon. It needs to be it's basically on my ultimatum. Say it's either send me a member out about resigning, and I said he'll put it out there. And I'm sure my name more can once. Now I'll get back to him. This was in the morning. It was a Friday, the 5th of January, if I'm being accurate. Before I knew something more of Rebecca Sarkodie, when they do phone the toast was me see no on radio so Asempa and other stations near you. But me the Obi Asempa ho ya.
David Obi dey ha. Na janyam che o dey yanka Obi ho asem. Etu dey kawasem. Etu no o catch you tell for voters ID card about what they call one fan call then they see here.
Yeah, o catch you from the voters ID card. But that is me what I said because it's been a while. But preceding to Saveteno Bibiano and Kaminya evidences and when man saw new meeting the Pamecas why Bibia Finching, would they assuming based on the voter side into where I disqualify my crowd. But Minya message, like you just basically in some prime minister, my opponent, to the point say all powerful people, wealthy people, or more Ghana.
So Obra, Metwasia. You disqualify you from the primaries.
Yes.
You disqualify you.
Or disqualify me from the primaries, but a kind of fast to disqualify me from the primaries, nay a conflict of interest. And what the fast will disqualify me.
It's Argentina, so Ufi said. Argentina, so Ufi said, and Abi. And I don't know other panel members are not more almost disqualify you on unfair grounds. One challenge disqualification. Okay, me call appeals committee. Eko catch me the documentation here but appeals committee there was a conflict of interest because the chairman of the appeals committee, he was the head of Goyle. Goyle was under the Ministry of Energy. And I went there with my attorney. I said, I don't know, let's kill me to the point of the chairman of the appeals committee.
I see.
But I said the chairman of the appeal committee, on the in charge of Boyle.
Right.
Boyle is under the Ministry of Energy. AT Parker. We Parker AT. I give you. Isn't it conflict of interest for all these things?
Right. But I see it's been over a year. Asempa King, our Wafale petition. It's been over a year because we are very coward because Asempa in see over a year. Then they Cynthia Fina, petition National Council say, Omon China be a song. And then time they see, one petition National Council.
Yes, so it's still me appeals appeals committee
right.
But to be fair and to be honest with you, number some of the court.
Okay.
There are two reasons in my fan court because meet me and I have every evidence meet me and coming see party coming see my plans and miss and be because at that particular point I'm in initial meeting in the text message he acted on one he didn't act as a representative of the party. So I say it can be magic miss you on one, but there are two reasons in TMSU. Number one reason TMSU is because I didn't want to interfere in the elections of the country. Because Dr. Bawumia, so far as I know,
you don't want to interfere.
Yeah, I didn't want to interfere in the elections. So I say because the minimum said Dr. Bawumia, he has no knowledge about what happened. Okay. So as I say, I think it will be unfair. Say me court, na national organizer, saying war primaries, maybe in the Braba NPP party, which will automatically affect the elections. So as I say, me share na me Dr. Bawumia. I'm not being fair to the gentleman. So as I say, and sometimes and the second part, it was more spiritual for me. Maybe I say,
okay.
Sometimes you have to learn how to choose your battles. And to choose, he said, at that particular time, Dr. Bawumia, first of all, and the elections of Ghana, interfere. That was number one. Number two, I chose the spiritual side of it.
It is a Siano. What's the National Council? Yeah,
to see the intermediate banner said, Sebio. See and my young because my family interest me interest on chain. But say me say the tipa media banner say me share me be a Ekosiisen. And me share pa me mu a ya na ko me mu no. And maybe how it affects the soul of the party. Because anyama no me share pa me need to and sign. And the question is me any hand say metna homa say BBC Akuffo na party no egu anase party no akwan ahunye mu ana and I'm sumena na ba afọ akoto ni moja no bi ewo me mu and I will never fear nobody. I have so much respect for people but me so bia me when said this is the right time me they make my Yama party even if I have to even if my political career ends today they make me Yama party party never fun to my pay from and then and I'll make sure that happens. But I need you more.
What they call National Council, that's so many few are because we say initially call appeals come to many few. What they call National Council is what petition that's so many few. What's them to go then abe?
Yeah, me made the documentation. My imagine say, me send them a US embassy, me send them a UK High Commissioner. And I plan to send it to United Nations Center for Democratic Government. Listen, because if we allow some of these things to happen at Mr. Parker, yes, not the core mandate and then the core principle, which is the democracy of our country. Lucy. So and I know some politics never be very cool, but at some point, to what extent never to us in our custom. It is sometimes, only choice. Which my wife from Wode.
So,
like I said.
So, now do I hear you say, sir? Right. Do I hear you say, sir? Nana B7 as a national organizer threatens the party's unity. Is that what I hear you say?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt, Parker.
And then someone free as a national organizer.
In fact, that's what they make a court. Opa interview. Meaning say as professional as you are.
We are trying to reach an Abi. My producer saying the phone. We are trying to reach an Abi, but my producer saying the phone is doom. We are trying to reach him, but see the phone is doom. Nabi phone.
Now come on, as I make say or catch them say come in train sama M1 opponent in it because on the Brian champion a duchumuno obian contest so no musan says nyampa. So can you now the records but I would have to make things public. And I'm ready. He knows me. I know him from KNU.
And you say almost forcing and Abi not resigning as a national organizer.
Well, we share the constitution of our party and I'm stating a petition I send the constitution actually the national organizer a Juma way. And it's actually national organizer and a breach of the code of conduct and abuse of office and conflict of interest. And I stated that and I'm going to make this public because I believe in transparency. It is also so to me not ID card that's a what disqualify me I met here abide the Petition. Eso who said no as never buy. Eso who said me crying in this for no resign because they say no our interest or more and at their account come inside and said Brian here between or more contested. So as I said, Brian, this is the case last time man contested, but this is the case this time we are contested. And you as a national organizer now who organizing elections now we are referee. Who interest? It's then the church almost go to it's me show me uncle
it will say I Nanabi be mafia Brian educhum.
I have to choose my words carefully, but me who say oh interested. Sana maker.
The interest is not the bay. The interest no one there not the bay.
Paka, whatever he plans to do with the interest is totally up to him. What I say, but they make an answer so interest to ma, and at the same time he cannot be the referee. What is a Manchester in here? If you go, now referee Kwaku in every Manchester, I say, or be in so supporting Manchester. Yes, well, this is obvious. Obier himself and I be were interested. And I have I have everything to show. I have documentation, I have text messages, everything to show. What I say, sometimes I see a paper you buy a party, so see a rebuild your party, no, near you build it from the start. We need to restructure the party, and it needs to start from the soul of the party.
Kobra me da se no pay